My mother at 19. Mother holding Patricia. My mother and father in Stokoe, Ontario. My mother and her sister. That's my sister Anna on the right and her friends. My mother's sisters and brothers in Stokoe. My brother Ed. We are at Carmelita's house in Grand Rapids. Same. My brother Dave. That's me in 3rd or 4th grade. My nephews, my nephew and nieces, Fred and Bud, my brother-in-laws, Joe from the Marines, my brother Leo, my nephew Mike, Anna Mae's children mostly, Carmelita and her poodles, my brother Joe's wedding. These are some of my nephews and nieces. Christmas time. My brothers on the yard. My brothers as small children. My grandparents, Jack and Bridget Battle. My sister and I, Carmelita. Carmelita with a pet. Larry with a Jack, I think. Early family portrait. Anna Mae. Jack and Rose Taylor with my niece, my sisters. Us, the boys of the family. All of us. Susie's birthday. We're on the couch in the living room. My sister in Flint. It's all of us. In the yard. My father after he got out of the hospital. My parents. My brother-in-law Albert Allers. My sister Anna Mae. That's most of the children. My mother's home in Stokoe. Older brothers in the yard. It's Noreen, Carmelita, and Rosie on their laps. The boys. Some of us in the yard. My parents. It's a Christmas picture, 55 maybe, making ice cream on the porch. My grandmother in Canada. Somebody's first communion, Raymond, I think. My brothers and a sister in the yard. My mother's father, Patty Whalen. Junior Allers and Mike Battle. It's my sister in the front yard. Anna Mae. Rosie and the youngest boys. All the boys, I think, except for me. The boys in the yard. My sister Noreen and her hope chest. She made those overalls for me. There are children in the tree and under the tree in the front yard. It's a hawthorn. It's a horse of my cousins, I think, my sister Rosemary. In front of Booth School, Anna Mae is in the front in the checkered clothes. My sister Carmelita. My cousin Mike. I think me is probably Carmelita. These are good friends of the family. It's Carmelita, I think. my father, my brothers after First Communion, my sister Noreen in front of Bell Telephone Office, their first granddaughter Patty. This is my cousin on the sofa. Her name is Mary Beatrice. Christmas picture edited. My father's smoking a cigar. Christmas picture. The boys at Christmas. Larry and Patty in the front yard, the children. This is Patricia and Patty. Dinner at the house. Christmas tree. My brothers and Patty at Carmelita's home in Grand Rapids. Anna Mae getting ready for her wedding. Dinner at home. This is Anna Mae's wedding. That's the old barn. The house after a paint job. My sisters and I. Most of the family. It's a picture that goes to the back of some picture. My brother and Susie. That might go to that picture. Oh, this is Dave and Brenda's wedding. Dave with his friends. Sonny and Maxine and Junior. And Dave and I. Dave. Fred with Chrissy and Karen, my twin nieces. My brother Dave. My brother Dave's Mary. My brother Dave, I don't know where they are. His wife Brenda's father. Dave getting ready for camp. That was my brother Dave with leg condition in the Naval Hospital. Here he is in his field, his wife Brenda. Dinner. Dave is fixing my tie for some reason. Carmelita and Patty. This is Dave's graduation from elementary school. This is the outhouse. This is my brother Dave's family. Jim and a friend, Tom. This is visiting Gaylord at the sanitarium. Joe's graduation from high school, I guess it is. I'm in the sanitarium at Howell for TB. It's me, Patty, and Larry. I'm in the center with my classmates at the hospital. Raymond's first wedding. We're taking lessons at the hospital. This is Larry and I'm not sure. The hospital. Carmelita. My mother and baby, I don't know what year that was. My sister Carmelita and our cousin Dorothy. This is, I can't remember. Leo. My grandfather's on the right. Picture in the yard. Dave and I playing in the front yard. Carmelita and Fred and Patty. My grandfather's obituary. This is taken in Stokoe. My mother in this picture's on the left. So her father is on the left in that one. My mother is eating cake in the middle. It's my grandfather at a lumber camp. This is Joe's wedding. Picture in the yard. My high school graduation picture. My nephew holding a horse with Anime's children on it. Anime and Flint. My brother Leo and his wife Judy. It's taken in front of Booth School. Some of my nephews and nieces. My brother-in-law Junior and my cousin Sonny. This is in the kitchen at my sister's house. This is Susie and Chrissy and Karen. Chrissy and Karen are twins. Susie with her father. A merry-go-round in the Big Rapids Fair. My good friend Yukio and I in Tokyo somewhere. Easter picture. This is a document my sister gave me about Jack Battle's family. This is Leo in the front and Larry at the pump jack. The boys of the family. My mother before she was married. My sister was in the TB sanitarium. It's a picture at my sister's house. My sister in the sanitarium. My brothers my brothers Joe and Jim. My father. My sister Noreen. John and Mary Hurst, who lived a mile from us, and their children were our friends. My sister Patricia at the convent. Me in the hospital. My father on the left in the sanitarium at Gaylord. My sister Rosemary and my sister Noreen. I'm taking painting lessons. My sister Noreen. This is at the Hurst home. Noreen and Lady, it says. Me and my niece. They have been sledding across the road. This is my brother-in-law, Junior. Dinner. My sister and her daughter Patricia at their home in Grand Rapids. My mother's on the right. Anna Mae in the yard. My brother Leo. A lot of us in the yard, the east yard of the house. It's all of the family. My parents, probably at Easter. Same, perhaps. My parents at the Big Rapids Church. Some of my nephews and nieces in the winter. My father and friends at the glass bar. My mother and her family. My mother and her oldest half-sister. Our cousin Rosemary's parents' cemetery with the Whalen stone. My sister after First Communion. My sister Pat's family. My mother's immigration papers, I think. My brother Larry. We're in Noreen's yard, Fritz and Noreen's yard. These are 3 of my brothers and a neighbor. Susie Faber is playing music. My parents. Somebody's first communion. Larry in the front, second from the left. My brother Leo. Some of us in the yard. By the house. My brother Ed. Ed, on a construction site, he became an iron worker. Dave and Brenda's wedding. Dave outside the house, the woodshed. We are in the living room. This is a family portrait. Fritz and Noreen. We are playing in the yard. My mother's father and his first wife, who is not my mother's mother.